Hey guys, it's Ali, your local hood healer from the Mixed Life Botanicals, and today I'm going to turn these things, the grapeseed oil and sage, into our sauced cuticle botanical. So like, share, subscribe, follow when you see this video, and stay tuned so you can see the outcome. Okay, so this is our pot and jar. Like, we started off making our other botanicals on our Creating Botanicals video on YouTube. Go check that out. And again, we don't want the water to be more than 140 degrees, between 120 and 140 degrees. So it is between the number 2 and the number 4 setting on the stove due to our thermometer not cooperating with us. So at first, make sure you have clean hands. I'm going to go wash my hands real quick. Your hands are nice and clean and dried. You want to open up this herb. Today we're going to be using sage herb. Now, actually, normally I grow my own herbs, but due to it being cold and we're still producing this botanical, I had to seek for organic sage. Remember, the herb with the highest moisture content, or the piece with the highest moisture content, goes in first. And I feel like I should have broke those off. So I ended up breaking my sage apart into the leaves, and I also broke the stem so it'll really get in there. See, actually, and although it is a cleansing herb, it is also antifungal, and a lot of people don't know that. So this is why we use them in our manicure and pedicure kits. So about 2 branches of sage has been used. And don't forget to compact it down in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna let that open so that the condensation and the moisture can be left out before we put our oil in. And that's gonna take about 10 minutes or so. So if you guys can see, the condensation moved downwards because it was a little bit up here before. Now it's all around the herb. And we can turn the bottle a little bit. It's on this side, and you see it's going on this side. So the moisture, you see the droplets. See the droplets, that's the moisture content, and you want that to be gone majority before you put the oil in. So now is actually a great time because you can hear the crunch. So now that this is really dry, we're definitely gonna add the oil. And because the lines aren't on this jar, we're gonna have to measure it. Now this is 1/4 a cup, and so every one we pour in, it will be 1/4 of a cup. So like a quarter, it'll be 25, 50, 75, full cup. But we're not gonna put a full cup. We're just gonna put enough that it makes the sage macerated. Okay? They're not giving us any promotion, so we gotta cover the labels. But if you want to give us a promotion, I do not mind 1/4. Okay? That's 25 cents. Put another This is a second fourth, so it's a half a cup, 50 cents. I need a funnel. This is not a great idea. Okay. And I'm gonna just be bold, and because we got a half a cup in there, I'm gonna just, pour a little extra. So probably like half a fourth. Tool. And stir. The fact that it dried crisp will really help. Little do you guys know. So if you notice, our water was up here in the beginning of the video. Now it's like all the way down here. So we have to keep that filled so all of this is getting warmed in the pot, because only the bottom is getting warmed now. It is really raining outside. See, now that the water's being poured, all of this is getting warm now, or can get warmed because it's submerged. Do great things. Is we did add water. Let's stir it. And I'm actually gonna turn it to 3 because the stove is on number 2. And I'm gonna turn it on number 3 so that the water can re-warm up and really get an infusion between the sage and the grapeseed oil, because that's the part. So normally I would use my cheesecloth to put over here, but I'm gonna just use this clean tissue, and I'm gonna fold it in half once so that it's still breathable, it's still getting air. And I'll just put the rubber band, there's 2 rubber bands, but just place it on there like that so that the oil and herb are really infused in. Let's turn it this way. And this is gonna be like another 20 to 30 minutes. The whole process is actually 12 hours, up to 12 hours, but we like cheat codes. Healthy cheat codes. Nothing that causes any fermentation in the process or anything like that. So, okay, so here you have it. We have our immersion blender and the cup for that. And just like our other botanicals, we are just gonna pour all the botanicals in there as much as we can and hit it with the immersion blender. Or as I like to call it, my zhuzher. Because it just goes like zh. But don't do that unless it's in the cup. It really breaks the herbs up. And that's how I know the properties are really infused, especially with the immersion blender. So that's like a dark green now. And we're just gonna pour it back into our bottle. Let me not do that with me. Spatula. Card got a little oil on it, but that's not gonna hurt anybody over here. Look at that. It's starting to smell like it already. Look. That's not even greasy, like. So we're gonna cover this back up. And we're gonna let it sit for another 20 minutes. And after we turn it off, I'm just going to fold it the second time, like so, and cover it with the rubber bands again. And that's what we're gonna seal it with. You gonna help me? So you are gonna help. So after the sauced sage and grapeseed oil finished infusing, this is what botanical will look like. And once we finish putting our touches on it, it will look like this: a cuticle pen botanical that, like we said earlier in the video, is antifungal, lightweight, it's moisturizing, it's anti-aging, and you can put it on the nail bed area, cuticle bed area of the hands and feet. Moisturize and you're good to go. Even if you moisturize it into the nail, it's all still safe. Okay, so can you tell people how this smells?